Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming. We're jumping into Watch Your Realms. Now, you may have well just pulled Falcia or about to pull her or going to pull a shortly, whatever. So, congratulations, hope you manipulated your pity correctly. Now, I haven't done any gear or anything on mine at the moment, but you're going to chuck her into a fight after you've geared her up, done all her promotions, all that sort of normal stuff. You chuck her into a fight and you might find it a little lackluster. So what we're going to do is we're just going to chuck her into a fight. We're going to see if we can find out what's actually happening with her, or actually show you what's happening, and then you can sort of build her up as you see fit. Okay, so this is the first thing. You chuck her into the fight, and we wait for her ultimate to build up, and then we're going to trigger her ultimate. Now this is her ultimate skill. Okay, deals 180 physical damage 5 times and 180% magic damage 5 times to one enemy, which is alright, but then there's a little bit underneath, which is fantastic. After the target dies, she continues attacking other enemies. So if there's anyone else in range, she's going to kill that person, go to that person, go to that person. Absolutely fantastic. And that's what we're going to see her do. And that's good. It's nice as a single target damage dealer. Once she's finished one target, she's going to automatically go on to the next one. That is absolutely brilliant. And then that's her done. There you go. Nice and simple. That's how she attacks. Easy. Although, after the fight, you may well look at it and go, well, that was a bit lackluster and not quite what I was expecting. So let's see if we can explain what's actually happening with her and see if we can improve what we've got. Okay, so first things first. Okay, she's got a talent. Talent is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so after performing basic attacks 6 times, gains Demonslaying Stance. Now, this is the important part of it. That lasts for 12 seconds. Additionally, gains specialized attack speed. Okay, that's fine. Now, let's roll this forward a touch, and then we'll stop and we'll have a chat about each individual part as it goes forward. So she's doing her 6 attacks. Okay, there's another couple of attacks there, a few more attacks there, and these next 2 she takes into Demonslaying Stance. Okay, here we go. There she is. She goes all like Red Hulky stuff. There we go. Big roar, goes all red. Now she's in Demonslaying Stance. Now this is probably one of my biggest issues with the game. I really don't like this. There's no way to know, other than the little glowing effect she's got on, if you're in Demonslaying Stance. There isn't like an icon that comes up above her or above the health bar or something like that says Demonslaying Stance, because it is really important for her. Okay, now Demonslaying Stance increases attack by 25%. Fantastic, we like that. Basic attack deals extra 200% true damage one time. That's awesome as well. And then Shadow Slash, that's her ultimate, will deal true damage equal to 300% attack 5 times. Okay, she's going to do 5 hits with 300% of her attack, and that's awesome as true damage. Now that's the bit you want if you're pushing her into Gear Dungeon 2, stage 10 particularly, you're building up. This is the bit you want. So she needs to be in Demon Slayer stance to be able to get that ultimate to do the true damage. Otherwise the ultimate just did what we did last time. There was no true damage coming off it. It's no great. It's not as good as it should be. So we're missing a massive amount of damage. So into Demonslaying Stance, the ultimate's ready. You're going to trigger your ultimate. Don't do that either. Okay. So there are some other bits with her kit as well. So if we just roll this on her touch, we can see she's gone into Demonslaying Stance, and now she hits Adrenaline Rush. Okay. So we wait for a bit. When under Demonslaying Stance, which we've just seen her go into, each basic attack grants a shield equal to 10% of the hero's attack for 5 seconds, stacking up to 80% attack. Okay, so we've got a shield there. We can see a shield icon coming in. We've got a shield now for 1046. We've got no gear on this person, okay, so it's not particularly low. Now, why is that important to have a shield on there? It's important because of the next passive she's got. Demon Slayer's Might. When dealing damage, it deals extra damage equal to 15% of the hero's shield strength. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to watch her do her 6 attacks. We want to watch her go into Demonslaying Stance. She'll do 1 attack there. That'll put a shield on her because that's her basic attack done. Then at that point, then we trigger our ultimate, and that is when we see all the magic happen. Okay, so there she goes. Boom, boom, boom. Trigger off her ultimate, doing loads of bits of damage. Now here it comes. 21k, 21k, 21k. She is smashing out this true damage, and that is because we triggered her ultimate at the right time. Okay. Now, the other bits to be concerned about is, can we improve on this? Well, of course we can improve on it, can't we? We can buff her. Before we do that, we need to get me, probably over here now. I should probably be better off over here so we can see the buffs on the other side of the screen. Okay, right. So now look at the buff. We've got 15% extra damage and we've got ignored defense and magic resist. That's not going to affect anything with regards to true damage. We've got a buff of 15% damage on her. Okay, so we can do the same as we always do. Once we can run her up, we can go through to the ultimate, and then we can make sure she does her attack, so we see her shield, and then we can trigger her ultimate. Okay, so there she does. She's off doing her attacks. There she goes, Demonslaying Stance. There's the shield. Boom. And now we do our ultimate, so we can have a look at her damage. Now we can see it hasn't improved at all. The 15% that you get from this buff does nothing with regards to her true damage. Okay, so bear that in mind. Don't think you're going to get that on top of your true damage, because you're not. Right? It does not affect true damage. The rest of her abilities very much will be affected by that buff, okay, and by the ignore defense and magic resistance, but the true damage won't be. Okay, you should be aware of this sort of thing, especially when you're trying to do your Gear Dungeon 2, that sort of stuff, and you want to buff that true damage. So here we go. This time now we smash through the ultimate. Now we've got Invig set on us. Now we're up to 23k. So we've got an improvement on that because of the Invig set. Okay, that does give us an improvement. That 12% that you've got added on there, boom, that's fantastic for your true damage. Okay, now staying with Diachamp, we can keep using her, but this time we'll put her in the other stance, so she's not in healery stance, she's in full attack stance as well. Okay, so there she goes there. We can trigger her ultimate off, absolutely fantastic. And there we go, we can see we've got loads of buffs on her now. Okay, so we're not only getting our 12% from the Invig, we're getting her attack increased as portion of what Diachamp's got as well. Okay, so that's again more attack going our way. Right, now again we let her build up, we do the ultimate, Demonslaying Stance, do the hit for the shield, then we trigger the ultimate. Okay, there we go, do the ultimate hits, and now we get our 5 hits. We're up to 35k. Okay, you can keep improving this, you can keep doing little modifiers to get that up and running, but make sure you do her correctly. Now unfortunately there isn't a big buff sign to say you're a Demonslayer Stance. Okay, you have to sort of watch out and make sure she's gone over and done her little red mist thing coming up. Okay, now got Malric, put Malric down as well. He does a buff where he does his runic wizard, something like that. Anyway, he's buffed her, and that gives her another 15% attack. You can put her in there, let her do her 6 attacks. Once she's done the 6 attacks, Demonslayer Stance, does the shield. Now we trigger her ultimate, and we can see here she's doing her attacks. Boom, boom, boom. Now there we go, 23,500. So we've got another boost there. So Malric also works as well. If you want to improve, if you want to include his buff on there, that runic wizard thing, whatever he does, that will be included in there as well. But you don't have to stop there. You can mix and match these things up to your heart's content. So you can chuck in Malric, just make sure you lay your heroes down correctly. You can chuck in your Falcia, then you can chuck in your Diachamp. So now we're getting our little Wizard's Runic, we're getting our Inspiration buff, we're getting our buff attached by Diachamp where she's actually given a proportion of her attack. We're getting loads of stuff attached to her. Okay, so we've got all the ones there from Diachamp as expected, and we've also got, where you can't see it, he's also got the bit there as well from Malric as well. Okay, so gone into Demonslaying Stance, there's our shield. There's our attacks going off, so we now trigger our ultimate. Okay, and there we are. There's our ultimate attacks, and now here we are. Boom, 38k. Right, there you go. So there are plenty of buffs that you can do to your Falcia to get her to improve her true damage. So there we go, we've got 38k out of her for that, so we can mix and match that. You can put Lord skill on her, that's going to buff her attributes as well, so there's plenty you can do to get more damage out of her, okay, particularly on that true damage bit of her Demonslaying Stance. But before you hit her ultimate, do make sure Demonslayer Stance, check, shield, check, And if you've got heroes that put bigger shields on there, so if you're running like a King of the North, that sort of thing, so he was down there, if we put him in there and he's got a nice big shield that producing, that's going to give you a bit more damage as well. That's going to help your true damage multiply up for yourself as well. Now, like I say, Infernal Roar works, Soulbound Arcana works. Just make sure if you're using Soulbound Arcana, you're getting those ultimates off at the time as well, all right? There are plenty of things you can do to improve her damage, but you need to time it correctly, particularly if you're using her for Gear Dungeon 2. Those mobs come round. It doesn't really matter which version of the mob you're doing or the clone you're doing in Gear Dungeon 2, but as it comes down, you want to make sure Demonslaying Stance, shield up, then trigger that ultimate, and that's how you're going to get that clone killed. Okay, now thank you very much for your time. I hope that's helped you out. I hope it's cleared up a few things and help you get a bit more DPS out of your Falcia. Okay, thank you very much for your time. If you could leave me the old thumbs up, like, and subscribe, would help me out massively, and I'll see you all in a video again soon. Thank you very much for your time. Cheers. Goodbye.